Now, where does Ethereum come in, right? So the idea with Ethereum is one that I came up with back in 2013, and this was when people were really starting to realize that you can use blockchains for lots and lots of things. And there were many different applications that people were starting to think of, but the problem is that most existing blockchain protocols were basically designed like pocket calculators. There are blockchains designed for one single application and one single application only. If you wanted to do something different with a blockchain, you had to create an entirely new blockchain for it. So that was stage one, right? Now, in 2013, people started going to stage two. Stage two is you take a bunch of smart guys, put them together in a room, have them brainstorm for an hour, and they might come up with 15 different types of applications you can do with a blockchain. Now, okay, you come up with 15 types of applications, and you make a blockchain protocol with 15 types of transactions, one type of transaction for every type of applications. This seems like it works fine. Here's the problem. 3 weeks later, some really smart guy, maybe some 13-year-old hacker in Finland, is going to come up with a 16th type of blockchain application. And people are going to like this idea. But the problem is that in order to actually do this, you would have to either make an entirely new protocol or hard fork the existing one to add a 16th type of transaction in. So, and this isn't just theoretical. This actually started to happen with the actual kind of Swiss Army knife protocols that people were starting to develop. So, the idea with Ethereum is, can we create a blockchain protocol that's much more general? Can we create a protocol that doesn't limit itself to a specific set of applications? Instead, it tries to make a blockchain that's as general purpose as possible so that any application can be built on top of it. And so kind of like a smartphone. If you want to do something new with a smartphone, you don't have to buy a new phone, you don't have to go to the store and get a new hardware module, you can just download an app. Right? So that's the kind of spirit of flexibility that we wanted to bring to the blockchain world. So the idea basically is, for any application that you would want to create, you could write out the rules of the application in a piece of code, then compile the code, upload the code to a blockchain, and it creates this object that we call a contract. And a contract is an object that anyone can interact with, and you can think of it as being this kind of system that implements a set of rules. And if people send transactions to the contract, that means that they want to interact with the system of rules. Right? So every transaction runs a piece of code, and that piece of code does something. And in this case, the code might try to register a domain, the code might represent a currency, the code might represent a financial contract system. So, it's extremely flexible, and you can do lots of different things. So, the end goal here, right, is to try to build a platform that's suitable for kind of building these kinds of decentralized applications, right? So for building kind of holistic applications that hopefully eventually regular people can use, that use a combination of different decentralized protocols. So some of it's going to be a blockchain, some of it's just going to be peer-to-peer message passing, some of it's going to be something else. Use this collection of decentralized protocols together in order to allow people to directly interact with each other without relying on a central intermediary. So, very simple example, you can have exchanges, right? So you can, on a blockchain, you can just have decentralized exchanges. And basically, this is a pretty interface, and the interface points to a smart contract. And the smart contract has rules that say, if you send a coin of one type in, then a coin of another type automatically gets sent to you. If you don't send a coin of the first type in, then a coin of the second type does not get sent to you. Right? So basically a simple logic for trading from one currency to another. So that's one simple thing you can do. Now, of course, there's also far more complex things that you can do. So this example, flight cancellation insurance, basically, this points to a smart contract where you can kind of buy an insurance policy, and the insurance policy automatically gets paid out if an API says that some particular flight got canceled or got delayed. So you can, as one particular example of non-financial applications, you can use a blockchain to manage corporate governance, trading shares, appointing directors, signing resolutions, just about everything. There's a bunch of various applications in the non-financial space as well, such as this next one that's going to be apparently presented. So basically the idea is that we want to try to build all of these components for building decentralized apps and make them kind of as abstract, as general purpose, as secure, as easy to use as possible, so that other people can go on top. Thank you.